Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew and today we're playing Overcome Your Fears Caretaker. It's a game by markuwaaaaa. There's a lot of A's in that, I'm not going to go for one. It's on itch with the itch launcher, which I adore as we've said before. And it says here to overcome your fears. It's a psychological atmospheric horror game that immerses you in a world of the unknown. In this game, you're exploring the story of a 19-year-old Steve Jackson who takes a job house-sitting for friends while they are on vacation. What starts as a simple favor quickly turns into a chilling experience of unsettling events unfolding in a quiet town. Little does Steve know that these days will reveal dark secrets, and he must make choices that will change everything. First-person narrative walking simulator with exploration and interaction mechanics. Oh, features, secret ending and Easter eggs, atmospheric, psychological horror elements, VHS film aesthetic, interactive dialogues with NPCs. Oh, wow, okay. Unique sound effects that create tension. Interesting. Okay. And there's a Steam link as well. So is this game out on Steam? Okay, so this game is on Steam as a wish list, so this game's not coming out. So this is a demo then. Nowhere on here does it say that. So that's, oh, it says it here in the launcher, but nowhere on here. It says it here in the card, but nowhere here does it say this is a demo. So immediately you're getting points off the docket for that. Okay, settings, let's see what we got here. We have volume, sensitivity, quality, resolutions, microphone. Okay, I'm gonna turn that volume down. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's a good volume. Save, hit back. Why is there a microphone? Alright, let's hit new game. May 24th, 6:43 p.m. Okay. Ooh. Finally, school is over. Oh. Good thing my friends asked me to look after their house while they are on vacation. It's a great chance to relax a bit. Some good lo-fi beats right here. Wonder how everything's set up at their place. Hopefully there won't be any surprises. Do you not know what the inside of your friend's house looks like? I mean, alright, I guess that's a bit presumptuous of me. Main thing is never to look for some side job while I'm there. Everything else is just detail. What does that sentence mean? The neighborhood feels calm and I can almost breathe freely. It's nice to have a little forest nearby. This is a perfect way to start the summer. Is it? I didn't think house sitting was this world-changing event. I'm not walking here, by the way. It's auto walking. I'm not moving at all. Besides, like, I can look around a bit. Well then, we'll continue home for the next week. Okay, the lo-fi just died immediately. Oh. Turn sensitivity up a bit. There we go, that's better. They told me to keep you hidden somewhere here on the terrace. Yeah. Pro tip, don't do that. People know that nowadays. Know that trick, so get a key code or something. I'll start looking around the house. Wondering where I'm going to sleep tonight. Can I shut the door? Okay, E. E's my guy, not click. E. Okay. Bathroom. This is an interesting setup for a living room. Okay. We have a door that goes out to the back with a kitchen area. A real old style fridge. Sugar bits. Alright. Interesting shaped wall there. You have a big second story landing with a colossal master bedroom with no attached bathroom and a huge secondary room with, again, no attached bathroom. I haven't eaten anything at that. Might be good to go to the kitchen and make a sandwich. So many of these horror games have sections where you do food, and I just don't understand why that's the case. All right, so I need bread. Bam. Ches. Bam. Sauce. Get some sausage. I love a good sausage. That's not a sandwich. Oh. I guess that's some rusted computer in the second floor room. Did you bring... That's your neighbor's... That's your friend's laptop. What? Okay. Press E to sit down. For Steve, you can use the laptop if you need it. Password is Emily. Okay. Oh. Emily, was it 1311? Yeah, okay. Snake. I actually programmed Snake. Okay. I want to sleep. Oh, quit. Okay. So dude played 20 minutes of Snake and then decided to go to sleep. Why is it space to go to sleep? Wait, what are we loading? May 25th. What? I'm insanely thirsty. I need to grab some soda from the fridge. What the hell? Something wrong with the electricity? Need to go in the backyard and check the circuit breaker. Circuit breakers aren't outside. Check the electrical shield? What, you mean this thing? What are you doing here? Who are you? We're doing on property this hour. Sorry, I'm from the neighboring house. I heard some noise. I thought you were a thief. At my friend's house, they asked me to keep an eye on it. My friends are Oliver and Emily? Yeah, I know them. Alright, that's a relief. So you're here all alone watching the house. Aren't you scared being out so late? No? Kids these days don't even read the papers, do you? Oh god, this fucking trope. You didn't hear about the mass murderer killer who escaped from the prison right up the street? I don't care. Zero fucks. How about this? How about you fucking stay off my fucking area. Fucking... Gotta grab a drink and figure out what just happened. What's happened? That guy... Noisy ass neighbor. Maybe I can understand this man's concern. I can't. Put the stamp as hour, go to someone's backyard in search of justice. Yeah, no, it's unhinged behavior. Don't go restrained. Anyways, gotta try to get some sleep. You just housed a soda and you're gonna go back to sleep? Is this me? Are we playing as me? If we were playing as me, I would have fought that guy. I swear to God, if I was at my friend's house and I went to go like mess with something in the backyard, and then a neighbor like jumped a fence to come yell at me, I would fight them. Genuinely. Oh my God. Demos, as I said before and I'll say a million times, demos need to be a vertical slice of your project. What is in this game? So you have some simple mechanics about picking things up and putting them down. That's in every horror game. Every horror game you make food for some fucking reason. I'm surprised I didn't have to microwave that sandwich because that's in every goddamn horror game nowadays. There was a random NPC that startles you for no reason to instigate you about some random killer that happens to be in the area for random reasons. And then the game ends. This demo says nothing about your project. If it was longer, maybe, but like you have a lot of things in here in your description that are just not in the game. Make my choices that change everything, reveal dark secrets, unsettling events. Nothing unsettling happened. At no point was there anything spooky. I know this is like a first time project or whatever, but like this is a demo that you're intending to eventually make into a full game to sell for money, right? I don't know of anything here that would make me want to purchase your game. And I feel bad for saying that, but at the same time, like, if this was a standalone project, if this was like a standalone thing, and it's just like, this is just like a tech thing or a skill thing, like, all right, cool. Loved it. For what it is, you had a simple couple interactables, expression of mechanics, implication of design, what the whole game is going to be like. If it's just walk into a room and assemble a sandwich and then talk to a man, that's not great introduction. And if it's like, oh, if the killer subplot is supposed to be the hook, then like, why is it delivered in the most generic way possible? If the neighbor called to you from like, say, across, like on the other side of the fence, and you had to go up and talk to him through the lattice, that would be more engaging and way more realistic, because like sociopaths run onto other people's property to be like, are you supposed to be here? Like, those are unhinged individuals that do that shit. No one does that. Like, I know there's videos of people doing it, but those people are sociopaths and not normal, and should not be used as an example for anything, let alone policing. If you're at your house and you see something suspicious at your neighbor's house, call the police. Don't put on your loafers and sprint into your neighbor's backyard and be like, are you supposed to be? This is unhinged behavior, which I guess is kind of the point. It's a horror game, but it's unhinged behavior to be unhinged. That and fuse boxes aren't outside. Your main power switch is inside your house. That's never... I'm sorry. I'm spiraling here. It just... I keep seeing tropes, these horror game tropes, and they make me sad. Why does every horror game have to have you make food when you go into a house? Why does every horror game have to have you talk to a random neighbor who's incredulous about you not knowing about a murderer that just escaped into the area? And why does every horror game have you mess with the power in a fuse box or in a main power breaker that is outside? Those three things are in every game, and they irritate me because they're at this point, they're tropes. You aren't doing them to engage. You're doing them because that's what horror games do. I'm not saying you in particular are doing this, the creator of this title. I'm just saying that's why we do them, and I'm tired of seeing them already. And everything here was done competently. Nothing here was offensive. Like, you made something competently, and it runs, and I played it, and all the buttons worked, and everything was written correctly. And like, it just was, you built a house, but there's no furniture in it, I guess is the best way to make the analogy. Like, you got the bones, but you don't have a demo because we weren't demoing anything. Like, this was a baseline expression of a concept. And I just feel really bad every time I get one of these projects across my desk, and I'm just like, nowhere does it say, like, except for like in the support line, that's like, oh, this is a demo, because this feels like a standalone project. Because the second you say it's a Steam demo, I've said this many times, the bar goes up. If this is a demo for a project you're going to release on itch, that bar comes down. And I know I've said this a million times before, but the minute you say, oh, I'm going to put this on Steam, immediately you are putting yourself into competition with like horror games like Layers of Fear. Granted, I didn't like Layers of Fear, but I can acknowledge that that was a layer. Like, you put yourself up against Amnesia, any of the Amnesias, like even Machine for Pigs. Like, that's who you're standing next to in that lane. So like, that's who or what I'm going to compare your stuff to, because that's who you are comparing yourself to directly by saying, oh, I'm going to put this on Steam. You are immediately putting yourself in the ocean. Like, if this was just to have a game to release it on itch, and if that does well, then put it on Steam, that's sure. Yeah, but this was a 9-minute demo or 10-minute demo where, let's really go over what happens. You walk into a house, you make a sandwich, you have an uncomfortable conversation with a neighbor, and the game ends. This demo didn't tell me anything. I don't know anything about your neighbor. I don't know anything about the character you play as. I don't know anything about the house or the environment or the town, or like, even the title feels a bit weird. Overcome your fears. At no point was my character ever dissuaded from doing this. He was jazzed. He was so like, yeah, let's go. Like, I'm going to enjoy watching over my friend's house for the next couple of days. So it's like, he's not overcoming his fears. He's hype. Even the neighbor was like, oh, all right. Like, I don't understand. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm just not the demographic. But like, I feel bad for rambling on twice as long as the demo did. But like, I just don't understand. And I feel mean saying this sort of stuff, but at the same time, like, a demo needs to be I keep saying this, a demo needs to be a cross-section of your product, an expression of the thesis of your product. And if this demo is representative of your product, then I'm gonna pass, and I feel sorry for that. But anyways, for those who did watch, thank you, and I'm sorry, but I know it's kind of a negative run, but like, I hate being negative about these things, but there wasn't anything here, and I feel bad about that. This is Overcome Your Fears by markuwaaaaa, and I feel bad about it, but link will be in the description. If you found something in here, tell me in the comments if you feel like I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you know, I'm wrong, but like, anyways, I'll talk to you later. I'm sad now. Bye.